But Johnny, let's move on into our next topic. We've just dove into Marvel. Now we're going to take a dive into DC, and this was one we could have talked about last week, but we had a lot of stuff to talk about last week.
Indeed,
we had
did.
Batman last week. We had to look at the Spider-Man news that came out last week, and then I really wanted to talk about the Gambit movie. So this one, we bumped back to this week. Wonder Woman A gets a title, where it's going to be Wonder Woman 1984, or WW84, for the short abbreviation. It's going to take place in the 80s, and it looks like we got a little snippet of what to expect from the Cheetah character. And if you guys have not seen, I know it was a while ago, you can click right there. You can check out we did when Christian Wiig was cast for the role, we kind of discussed, I should say, if she was right for the role. I think from that discussion, I was very not enthused about it, very hesitant. That's probably a better word. But what we're getting today is more of what the character could be. So it was the Vulture's Kyle Buchanan that tweeted out that the character that they're probably going to go with is Barbara Ann Minerva. And the little snippet that they did kind of go, and I'm trying to find it here. This is what the article says. I'll just read it. Vulture's Kyle Buchanan tweeted about Minerva's possible character arc in the film, stating that she begins the movie as Diana's friend rather than her enemy. He added she emulates Wonder Woman, then seeks to usurp her. This does indeed sound like Barbara Minerva, but not the original character conceived by Len Wein and George Perez in the 80s. So here's what I want to ask you, Johnny, is what do you think when it comes to if this is the Cheetah that we get? Because I know in the recent comics that I think it was, let me see, that was a Greg Rucka run of basically that Cheetah is Wonder Woman's first friend when she leaves Themyscira. However, the Cheetah that I know, especially the Barbara Minerva, I'm going to fuck up that name every chance I get. The little snippet about her, and for those who don't know, so reading straight from her bio, a British archaeologist who had garnered a reputation of going to any lengths to secure an artifact. Born as the heiress of a vast fortune in an ancient family site in Nottinghamshire, her life would change drastically following an expedition she led into the dense African jungle. She was searching for the legendary lost city of Yukastanga tribe. Deep within the jungle, her team was betrayed by their guides and ambushed by the Urkartangas.
Wow, I had it in my head. Kartangas.
Whatever it is, I'm screwing up that word every left and right too.
Yep.
Only she and one other lived, escaped into the diving river. The two of them found a lost city. Basically, la-di-da-di-da. She goes through. Then there's a whole ritual where how she becomes Cheetah is basically the priestess or whatever is the original Cheetah. She's got to drink some blood in order to do it. But because the person that is supposed to gain the power of the Cheetah is supposed to be a virgin, because she is not, she goes through drastic pain and some physical ailments that turns her into a Cheetah. So that's basically how she becomes Cheetah. So the thing that I'm wondering is how this all connects. If that's the character of Wonder Woman or of Cheetah that they're going to use, my question is I'm fine with her being like I'm friends with Wonder Woman. Now I'm not friends with Wonder Woman. I just want to know, how are we going to get from point A of her not having powers to point B of her having the Cheetah powers while keeping that, having the friend, no friend thing, while keeping that true to the comic of how she gets the powers. Unless they already dive in and she has the powers.
Nah.
But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that at all.
What I would probably do for that situation is show their friendship before the powers, but show like that hint of jealousy of you're so freaking powerful, you're so strong, you're so beautiful, etc., etc. You know, that slight friendship jealousness that you got that one thing over, like you're jealous of that one thing of them, but you're like really good friends with them. Show that, and maybe she heard about this thing that could make her just as strong, or she does the, like they said in here, she's an archaeologist, goes for artifacts, and that's like something that ties them in. Like maybe Wonder Woman works with artifacts just because how old she is. Because I don't remember what she did for Batman v Superman or the Wonder Woman movie in like the beginning of that. I don't remember what her job was per se.
She was, so there was in the Wonder Woman movie, and this was part of the Batman movie too, of our BVS. It kind of seemed like she worked for a museum.
Which would work then.
Which would work. Also, the thing that I wanted to look back to, and I'm looking to on YouTube, at the end of Justice League, when we go through all the characters of what they're doing now, we see Wonder Woman, basically her lasso around the enemies, and it's funny because he can't tell a lie and he's telling the officer all these truths. But what did she stop? A heist of a museum. So I figure that she's gonna have some relation that would work, because then
definitely would work.
Cheetah could be originally, before she gets the powers, could be just one of the museum's archaeologists.
Someone that keeps bringing in all these artifacts.
Yeah, or just an archaeology scientist.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing of, to get the powers, they're going to have her go to Africa, basically. Are they going to have her go over there, or are they going to stay local to where they are in the 80s?
I would think make her go over there. It would be more entertaining. You could either do one of two things with that. You can have her just go by herself.
If she's one of the people that's bringing in all these artifacts, it gives her a reason to then.
Exactly. Maybe you can do one of two things. You can go make her go by herself. I would love more so to see that than Wonder Woman sitting there doing something else. No offense, but have her like show the whole like thing. She gets caught up in whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Ritual. She does it. Not a virgin.
And I don't know if that's the route they're going to go. I just know that's
it'd be
how
cool.
It was in the comic.
Second one, that would make it kind of cool.
They'll probably just be like, you're not a native, so it didn't take to you like it did to the rest of them. La-di-da-da.
Yeah, probably not do the other one.
Yeah.
Number two would be have Wonder Woman go with her, say, hey, Diana, why don't you come with me this time? They both end up going through that, and it's like, it was one of those the jealousy takes over type thing when they find the ritual, and Diana goes, Barbara, no, and she goes, drinks or whatever she has to do, drink it, and the change starts.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different, because here's another thing that I think we have to backtrack to before I can get to being on your side or against you on that thought. How are they going to be, like, when they're friends at the beginning, how is Cheetah going to know Wonder Woman? Is she going to know her as Wonder Woman, or is she going to know her as Diana? Because that's a big thing. Because another thing that's going to be, to me, another part of this, so we have the I'm your friend, I'm not your friend. What causes the shift? What causes the imbalance of the ball's going to now roll to I am not your friend, and I want to be better than you?
Maybe they're friends as Diana and Barbara, but
and then she finds out that Diana's
not during
Wonder
the
Woman?
movie, but it's like not during the movie, maybe pre-movie. She already knows she's Wonder Woman at that point, because if they're best friends, you kind of share that secret with your best friend. It's also not hard to tell Diana is Wonder Woman. But anyways, my thought would be that you have, where was I going with that? Her tell like pre-movie, she's already caught up on everything. That's the whole thing. Yeah, there's a hint of jealousy inside of her that, yeah, I'm friends with you, but you're a superhero, you're super strong, blah, blah, blah.
And that's it. It's interesting.
It's something she'd love to have, especially being an archaeologist.
And from the quote, it's interesting how they use the word usurp. Because usurp means I'm looking at it right here for the verb. It's either take a position of power or importance illegally or by force, take a place of someone in position of power illegally or by force, or if we're talking the archaic of encroach or infringe upon someone's rights. Yeah. It's not going to be that one. It's one of the other two. Basically, how Cheetah's going to see it is there's going to be a point where it could be she knows her as Wonder Woman or finds out she's Wonder Woman. Once that happens, jealousy creeps in. I want what you have. I want to be what you are. And I'm kind of thinking it's going to be the whole thing of if she finds it out, oh no, you're Wonder Woman? Like how everyone looks up to Wonder Woman. All these girls look up to Wonder Woman. And like we're in the 80s at this point. Yeah. Like people know who won. You know what? That's interesting because this would be well before Justice League happened.
Yes, it would.
This would be well before BVS happened. The only thing which would have happened was World War II. But let's be honest, from then to now, I'm assuming people know who Wonder Woman is because, like, when they saved that town in Wonder Woman 1, Wonder Woman wasn't very like, ooh, don't show my face. I can't tell you who I am. It's like, boom, I'm Wonder Woman. We got to save this town because it's the right thing to do.
Maybe not like everyone around the world knows Wonder Woman, but people in that area that she stays in, which is Europe, right?
It's London.
London. People in that area would know her. Yeah. People where she saves people would somewhat know her. Like the farther she goes out, the less people know her.
And Cheetah is going to, I'm assuming before she gets the powers, it's going to be... It might not be a thing where it's like, I am totally against you. It just could be a thing of like, very much so like we've seen in other movies, where it's basically you have friend A who is very influential and has not power over the other person, but is more popular.
They do have power over the other person, but it's not like they flaunt that power. It's not like they're purposely being more powerful. They just can't help it.
Or she could probably be like the awestruck, like, oh, Wonder Woman, you're so great. Diana, you're so great. But then once that issue of, or not that issue, that little variable pops in of, wait, what? I can get powers? I can get powers as a cheetah? Like, then it turns that gear of like, I have what is needed to be better than you. I can get what even though I'm your friend, I've always wanted that. And now I can get it too. I can get that too. And that's why for me, I don't want Diana there. I want that to be a solely Cheetah thing. Okay. Of she makes that decision, not thinking about, not even knowing what it's going to do to her, because that's going to be another thing of she just thinks it's going to make her basically give her superpowers. Then the kind of twist of it turns her into a cheetah. Basically, that adds another layer onto this that you could virtually have. Not only, because it's like a blessing and a curse, like in the comics. Not only do I have the powers to be better than you if I want, the curse part of it and what knocks me down is maybe she thinks when she turns into like the cheetah, great, I have the power to do it, but I will never look as beautiful as you now. Yeah. I will never be you because I look like this. Because I am a monster.
And going from this and her also...
Which makes her hate Wonder Woman more.
Yeah. Not to mention it's
or
like...
resent her more.
Exactly. The one thing that it said in here is that it hurts to be in her human form, but bloodlust when she's in her cheetah form. It's like, great, I have all these powers, but now I can't be in my human form, or I get bloodlust when I'm in my cheetah form. So that's going to be like, make her hate Wonder Woman more, if they go with that aspect of that.
Now, here's something I want to ask you, and this is off the topic of Cheetah, but it's on the topic of Wonder Woman, because the internet's kind of going a craze with this right now. So there have been photos circulating from set of the Wonder Woman movie, and Chris Pine is on set, played Steve Trevor in the first one. I'm
guessing flashbacks?
Here's what I want. I wanted to ask you, what do you think it is before I give my thought?
I think it would
because
have to.
everyone's freaking out that he's dead, he shouldn't be there, he's dead. Like, and it's like, why is he there then if he died?
I think it would be flashbacks. Mm-hmm. That would be my guess, because I couldn't think why else he would be there.
Here's what I'm thinking. Either one of two things. First one is a no. That's why I'm going to bring it up first. It's his great-great-great-grandson. But
I mean, we could, but...
It could, but I don't want that. I don't want Diana
well, he can't because he didn't have kids.
I don't want Diana... Well, it could be one of those like, oh, Steve Trevor slept with this German chick or whatever, and they had this kid. Like, he didn't think she got pregnant.
His bastard child.
So basically. I don't think they'll go that route.
I don't think so either.
The second one, which I think it is,
yeah,
because in every single picture from set, he is walking with Wonder Woman. So what I think it is, it's headspace. It's her walking, her talking to him. He's in her head. No one else can see him.
So it's just
a vision of him, and he always lives in her mind.
Yeah, it's more of
she always talks to
her
him.
way of talking to him without him being there. It's like when you talk to someone or when you talk to yourself.
Exactly.
But she's talking to him, and they're going to purposely bring him in to
until I see
be the
pictures or see something of him in his own scene without her.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to think. I'm just going to think it's in her head.
No, I can see that being the case too. I didn't think of that.
And she just talks to him, and it's like it's my way of still keeping him alive, even if it's in my head, so I can talk to him. Just so I can maybe hear his voice in my head. Yeah,
I mean, that's very, I didn't think of that. That's actually a good one right there. So that could be the case. Like, that he's just like, then they're showing, like, kind of showing that he's there.
Which
he's there.
We don't
air quotes for those who can't see it.
We don't see that much in live action films. Anything you think we missed in this or that we should hit?
No, I think it's going to be interesting when we get more developments on the movie.
I can't wait for this. This one's a year and a half out. This is November of 2019. I can't wait for it. Like Aquaman, I'm kind of a little about.
Well, yeah, haven't gotten a trailer yet.
We're supposed to get one soon. They released a preview today, like some stuff.
Sounds sort of like the Dragons.
A little bit. We
don't worry, the dragons are coming.
We got a little bit today. The coolest thing with the Aquaman thing is that we get to see Black Manta, and I'll just talk my little Aquaman here at the end because to keep it all in DC. We see a bit of Black Manta's helmet, and it looks like what it'll be is he's going to be a surface dweller that basically builds the Black Manta suit so that he can walk on the ocean floor deep down where the Atlanteans
Interesting
are.
Concept of that.
So the pressure just doesn't crush him like a bug.
That's an interesting concept.
Because we also saw the thing I saw on Twitter that I'll show you after we're done recording is there's a picture of Aquaman in like not his suit and armor, but like just a normal like gray shirt with like the drawstrings and stuff. And then there's Mara with her red hair, and she's in a white gown. And someone on Twitter, I had to like it. They go, please tell me someone else didn't also think of this. And it's a picture of them. And then the next picture is the Little Mermaid when she's on land. And she's in like the white shirt, and like she's on the beach, like right after she gets her legs.
With that sail wrapped around her.
Yeah. And it's basically, I'm like, oh my God.
That's funny.
They are exactly the same, except Aquaman is there and he's not in the other one. But this is where you guys come in. Let us know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What do you think of Cheetah? What do you think her role is going to be? And how do you think she's going to get her powers? How do you think she's going to play in being Wonder Woman's friend at the beginning, then being her enemy, obviously, towards the end? Let us know also what you guys think about the Aquaman stuff, because I'd love to get your thoughts about that as well. Let us know down below in that comment section.